and they are experts on global warming. So what are they doing on the president's Gulf oil spill commission? Does this commission have another agenda?
The only way the transition to clean energy will ultimately succeed is if the private sector is fully invested in this future. And the only way to do that is by finally putting a price on carbon pollution.
Well, as pressure mounts on the White House to solve this growing Gulf oil crisis, President Obama announcing a bipartisan commission to get some answers on how it happened in the first place. According to the AP, 2 global warming experts are about to be appointed to this commission. Donald Bosch, president of the University of Maryland's Center for Environmental Science, and former Alaska Lieutenant Governor Fran Ulmer. She's also current chancellor of the University of Alaska at Anchorage. So why exactly are global warming scientists joining a commission on how the Gulf oil spill occurred? Let's ask our panel. Mike Gallagher is a radio talk show host and a Fox News contributor, and Mark Levine is also a radio talk show host and a constitutional attorney. All right, gentlemen, so that's the question. What if President Obama is trying to get answers on how this happened? What the heck is he doing, Mike, appointing 2 global warming scientists to his commission?
The answer is easy, because President Obama lives in opposite world. Whatever is right is wrong. Whatever is up is down. I mean, you mentioned it's supposed to be a bipartisan panel. What's bipartisan about people who advocate for global warming and talk about global warming and have this agenda? Everything that President Obama seems to be doing is agenda driven. And don't kid yourself, this BP oil spill is going to be used as an advantage for people who have an agenda to stop drilling, to stop offshore drilling. Believe me, at the end of the day, we're going to wind up spending $9 a gallon for gas when this whole fiasco is over, because we've got a government and a president and leadership that doesn't want us to drill, won't let us drill in Anwar, won't let us drill where it's safe, and hence we have a disaster now in the middle of the Gulf that's causing this agenda to be furthered. It's a nightmare. But I'm telling you, that's the scientific answer, Megan. Opposite world. The guy lives in opposite world.
Mark, I don't know so much about Ulmer, but this guy Bosch clearly has an agenda, does he not?
Well, Bosch is a marine biologist. He's written 2 books on oil spills. He's written 70 research journals. He's known for someone who knows exactly how oil affects coastal areas. He lives in New Orleans, Louisiana. He's the perfect guy. Now, he also believes in climate change. So do 95% of scientists. I guess Mike wants someone from the Flat Earth Society to go against, because he also believes the Earth is round as well. Look, this is not even up for debate anymore. Gravity exists. The Earth goes around the sun. There's climate change. Look, ask the people in my hometown of Nashville, Tennessee, if they had the greatest rainstorm they've ever had. Climate change exists, but this isn't about climate change. These are the best scientists.
But let me ask you this.
And Fran Ulmer supports drilling in Anwar. She's on your side, Mike.
Let me ask you this. Before I move to, I'm going to get Mike to respond to that, in particular on Ulmer. But let me ask you this, Mark, because this is what Bosch has said, among other things. This in a May 9th column for the Washington Post website. He writes, the oil spill, might be part of what he called the winds of change on oil and energy, and went on to say, I hope for the Earth's sake that those winds will blow Congress out of its long-winded debate. This guy, he's a proponent of the cap-and-trade bill. I mean, he wants. So the point is, that's fine. He can feel that way, Mark. But why is he being put on a commission that's looking into this bill? Does it suggest that this commission is really sort of going to be a setup to promote the president's cap-and-change bill?
Not at all, Megan. I mean, this is a man with a long history of scientific research. You're taking one article he wrote. Listen, the president believes in cap and trade, too. I don't think you're going to call that a setup. The heart of the issue is we've got to get away from oil. Fossil fuels are not doing us any good. They make us give money to dictators. They cause the worst environmental disaster in American history. We've got to move to clean energy. The president knows it. This man knows it. And that's actually what most scientists think.
Go ahead, Mike.
Here we go. And, of course, Mark loves to throw around mythical numbers. 95% of scientists feel this way.
Maybe it's 98%.
I love how liberals like you, Mark, change the wording, the dialogue. It used to be global warming. You know how uncomfortable Americans are with that. So now you like to say climate change. Yeah, it's going to climate change. It rained yesterday here, it rained yesterday in Dallas. It's sunny today. Is that climate change? Knock off the hysterics and knock off the malarkey.
I think if you ask the people of Nashville, Tennessee, they'll tell you it was an unusual
95. Yeah, you're the people of Nashville. Well, ask the people of Dallas why it rained yesterday. You guys have an agenda. You just exposed your agenda. agenda about how we've got to get rid of our dependence
respond to
on
Mark's
oil.
point.
And
Mike,
listen,
respond to Mark's point about this other gal, Ulmer, Ulmer, I should say. I'm sorry, the former Alaska Lieutenant Governor. She supported drilling in Anwar.
She's on your
well,
side,
thank
Mike.
goodness somebody does, because Bosch wrote an article last month saying also that we have to resist our temptation to rely on oil. There's an agenda here. Listen, it's no secret
Mike.
that Obama
That's
is now taking off the table his tentative plan to allow offshore drilling to continue as a result of this BP oil spill. One should have nothing to do with the other, but it's going to be used. This BP thing is used to further this agenda that is going to wind up making all of us pay through the nose at the end of this whole thing.
The last word, Mark.
There's 7 people on the panel, all right, including Senator Bob Graham, including former EPA chairman. It should be a wide variety of people who explore and find out what happened and how we can prevent it from happening. And I just think this whole climate change issue is ridiculous. It's what the vast majority of scientists believe.
Okay, got to leave it at that, gentlemen. Good debate as always.
Ridiculous.
Our very favorite radio panel. Thank you so much, gentlemen. And folks, I want to tell our viewers.